Buy it. It's like ringing the Danner bell. Come for it! What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm gonna give you guys a full, true, honest review of the X-Stand Backcountry combo. And I've used it for 2 years, and I'm gonna give you guys like a true inside look of what I think about it. If you guys like real reviews, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of our own honest opinion on products, and it honestly sometimes hurts the channel because we're so honest that companies don't want to work with us. So yeah, if you guys want to consider subscribing, we really like to put out real content because we go to work just like everybody else, and we want you guys to not waste your money on products that we've already sometimes wasted our money on. So in the time of, you know, portable hunting, everybody wants to be mobile right now. I thought it'd be fitting to do a review on what was my mobile setup, and that was the X-Stand Backcountry combo. And I bought this back in 2016, right when I was starting to really get into public land hunting after Hunter shot his Halloween buck on public land. And that was kind of like an eye-opening experience for me, seeing that you can kill big deer on public land. And so I wanted to get in a tree, and I wanted to be able to you know, have a vantage point and have a good high quality portable tree stand. So I was looking around, and it looked like an X-Stand Backcountry combo comes with a stand and 4 sticks for right around $260. I'll have the link down below if you guys want to check it out. And so I thought, oh yeah, it'd be a perfect setup for me and what I'm doing. It's not super expensive, and it was one of the lighter models on the market. I think the whole thing is 20 pounds. I will weigh it and I'll put it in somewhere here on the screen. That way you guys can get a real true official weight with it. And so I bought it, and I was honestly very upset with the product upon getting it and using it. As a lot of you guys know on the channel, we do a lot of ground hunting too, mainly because we want to stay portable and be able to, you know, set up in a spot, and if we don't like the spot, move and just be completely mobile. And that a main reason is because I honestly do not I honestly don't like this setup. One, it's extremely loud. Like, okay, so that was the number one setup. The aluminum on this, there's like no deadening. Like if you like make a little noise, it's going everywhere. Now,
it's also louder than just regular aluminum somehow.
It just isn't. It isn't honestly designed right for, you know, like a hunter. If you're a DIY guy and you like sitting there tinkering on stuff, you might like this product. You know, you're gonna spend as much money, you know, getting this and making it as good as, you know, a higher end, good, high quality stand, but it's totally up to you. So first and foremost, we'll start out with the stand here. And like I said, it's just extremely loud. We'll go ahead and start with the straps here. And honestly, I do give them props for this idea. The straps here act as your second strap around the tree, just to kind of make sure you're not getting any kickouts once you have the stand strapped on. But the problem with this setup, one of the biggest problems with it, is the fact that there's no way that you can control the straps when it's on your back. So you see this here, there's no way to tighten it. So it's just like, you have to put it into a spot, and when you throw it on your back, it's gonna slide. It'll slide when you got it all loaded down, and then you're gonna be awkwardly crooked, and there's no way to get back, and it's a pain in the butt, and it just doesn't work out. So straps, they don't work. And then I guess we can go setting up the stand here. I'll get into the ratchet strap here in a minute, but what I really liked about this stand when I was buying it was the fact that it had this bracket, and I honestly thought it was going to be really easy to do and kind of awesome. So what you do is you pull the bracket out, you slide it out, and you're able to put this on with the strap on the tree, and then you take the stand and my wrist hurts. You slide it in like that, and you select your preferred height, so you have a level platform and a level stand. And go from there. But the main issue is if you lose this, your stand is worthless. So I was always, you know, paying attention to make sure I had this. And you can obviously have a backup. But the main issue with this entire bracket is the fact that you cannot use, so the best part about this stand that has bugged me to death, it happened on a lot of my trees that I needed to get into. They were leaning too far forward, so you're supposed to be able to slide this all the way to the back and use the back hole. Tell me how...
Even on a straight tree, you had to use that back hole because of how far the lower teeth
these
stick out. So you almost have to use that back hole, and you can't.
It's impossible to use because you cannot fit this. You cannot get this by these buttons here. You cannot get them by. If anybody online can get them by, I'm just an idiot because like I can't. I sat up in a tree one day and I couldn't get it to work, and that's frustrating. Why put the hole there when you can't even use it? So I mean, that was my biggest gripe. So a lot of the trees I was sitting like this. I was not level. I was leaning out because the whole purpose of this stand.
Keep in mind that bottom bracket is pushing out against the tree. Like it's leaning back a lot more than what's shown here.
Right.
Like rotate it this way. No, opposite. Like it's gonna be sitting like that.
Yeah.
Like almost all the time.
So.
At best.
Right. So I mean that's what bugged me a lot about this stand, was the fact that it just wasn't, and I never used the far out one. Like I never was able to use that one. No matter what tree I put it in, I couldn't find a tree that was gonna work that way. So that was my biggest gripe. Good idea, but really bad execution in my opinion. The seat, loud. And I guess that kind of wraps it up. The platform is just a regular platform size. I kind of didn't like the fact that these were open here. Sometimes if I was standing and I stepped wrong, my ankle would kind of just go into the hole here, and it would give you kind of like a false fall sensation, which isn't good. Obviously, everybody needs to make sure that they're wearing a tree harness, a safety harness, but it's still unnerving to have a feeling that you're falling. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, that'll wrap it up for the stand, and now we can go to the sticks, and then I'll wrap it up with how this thing carries. Like it packs up and carries. Okay. So we'll get into honestly a pro, and honestly, I do like the fact that this is the one bar or a bar across. That way you don't have to pick beside a tree you're on. I do like that. And I do think that's a really good idea. The sticks do get you out far enough that you can use your whole foot on there and you can feel comfortable. The sticks work well. The only problem, like I said again, is they're really loud. You gotta take, even when you hit them up against, I don't have like a readily available tree, even when you hit them up against a tree, like when you're setting it up, it still makes a noise, and it's very annoying, and it shouldn't be like that. There should have been some sort of design feature about it. But yeah, that just wraps up the sticks. The sticks are all right.
They're pretty long though, and very light. So yeah, they're a decent
light.
Stick. Just loud is I think the biggest.
Yeah,
thing.
They are extremely loud. If they weren't loud, I'd honestly use these sticks for anything. But then bringing on to their packability here, they're okay. They're not the best. You're supposed to. We'll talk about the packability of the stand and the sticks all together here now. And I'll show you how you do it. So you take one stick and you place it on the stand like so. Boom. And you take the bracket's going to be in the stand. Run that through. So I'm out of the tree. I got to put this stand together. Alright, so now that you've got those ones on the stand here, you take these and place them the same way on the other side here. Still, it's loud. So you're supposed to place it like that, okay? And then you wrap your tree strap here that goes into your bracket. It goes around the stand, round and under the stand, like so. You pull it up, and you connect it right here, and then we run in, you tighten it up cinch it down as much as you can. Okay. I gotta get that sucker real tight because, mind you, I got it real tight a couple times. One time when I was packing in like a couple miles in the dark, and this whole system fell off on me about 3 or 4 times walking into the stand. I let every single deer know I was coming for him, and I did not see a deer. So that was kind of my last straw with this system. So you get that one really tight, and then you take these bungees here and you go around them. But the problem with the bungees is
that's a pretty nice system because they're hooked right up to the sand.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's a feature.
But with this feature, ouch. With the feature, it's really hard to do when your hands are cold. Maybe I'm just a wimp, but it's really hard to do when your hands are cold. And also, what I've run into is these will let go. So I've had issues with the balls here on them. They will slip out, and then, like I was saying, that time I was hunting and I scared all the deer off because the stand kept falling apart. Like when you hook it around like this, it's gonna pop through. It's still gonna pop through. So if it does stay, it stays. I'll put it on here and show you guys what it's like when you're packing it up. Oh gosh. If I can ever get it back. Okay. So now it's attached. Oh, and one thing I wanted to point out, it's honestly like the ratchet strap is just not high quality, because when I've tried to let it go off of a tree, it just doesn't work right. It sticks, and it'll work right now, but anyway,
not really.
It doesn't work very well. Anyway, we're gonna make this quicker. So I got it strapped down, I got it tightened up, and everything works all right. But like I said, this is what it looks like when it's packed up and everything. If you cinch it down really good, it might not come undone, but I've had it come undone.
What was that? The drop test?
Drop test, see? Now look.
What are you doing? Part of that noise is the straps and some of those.
Right.
But
so,
they don't stay tight.
Right. So it's tight now. I've thrown it. It's tight now. I don't recommend you just toss your stand around. Safety problems. But anyway, get back on a serious note. It will loosen up. These will pop off 10 times out of 10, and they'll be falling onto your head in the dark, and you'll go, what in the heck is that? What's on my back? And it's your stand coming at you. So overall, if you guys want to get an X-Stand Backcountry combo, I'd highly think about it. I'd look at other products. And if X-Stand's watching this, I'm not meaning to bash you. I honestly don't think you hit this one on the head. I don't want people to spend money on a product. They work hard to make their money, and they buy something like I did, and I was really upset because of the fact that I spent all this money on something that was supposed to be so good, that everybody says is so good, and in my opinion it's not. So if you guys want to get it, I guess check it out, and if you guys want to DIY the heck out of it, go ahead. All right, so to finish off the video, we'll kind of just do a pros and cons list here, and we'll start with the pros. The pros is the stand is really light. It's a good idea. I like the way that it should pack up and everything. The cons, like I said, the problem is it doesn't stay tight. The material is extremely loud. It's extremely light, but it's extremely loud. You're gonna have to coat this thing in insulation in order for it to be quiet enough to, be good in the stand. And yes, you can be slow and do it methodically and hang the stand methodically and walk methodically, but it's going to make noise.
And that adds up.
The other cons to it was this tree stand straps will not stay in place. You can see they slide around. As well as, what else did I say? These make you, sometimes your hole slips through it. And yeah, I think
the main bracket was...
Yeah, the main bracket just was not designed to meet that hole standard. You're gonna be leaning out of the tree a little bit. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up. Hopefully this video turned out all right. And if you guys like seeing these true, real reviews, I guess, make sure you guys subscribe and like the video. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any other things that you'd like to see, put them in the comments and we'll talk to you later. So thanks for watching.
Drag it out.